Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga don't do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah.
But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shadur.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that.
We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
When you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like,
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the 30,000?
Now?
In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
Use up.
You remember? Was it bingo night? Or was it? Oh, 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm going to keep it high level. This is going to just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undefeated.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show. Yeah, we doing this for real. This is what I do.
Oh, we're supposed to get the ball. This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's go.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Wah, 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 wah. We like to bleed for instead of ever lips. We don't like our rules and how our booking gets. Yo, went and saw Diggable Planets last night. Yeah, I'm cool like that. God dang, if y'all don't know who Diggable Planets is, please do your rap history. Goodness, I think they need to be studied. They need to be in like the Smithsonian or something. Like, yo, every single lyric needs to be dissected because we missed it. They were insane to the point where De La Soul, when they were De La Soul, of the soul, from the soul, they said, what y'all listen to? And they said, Diggable Planets. They are next level. Shout out to them. Oh, it was such a good show. Now, I can't lie to y'all. I love me a good performance. I really like when they do a live performance with the real band and all that. That's good too. But you know what I love the most? When they play it electronically on that DAT machine, that 808, that ARX, AR10, whatever the hell they call them things, them beat machines, them MPCs. Come on. I bought the album and it had an MPC on it. Then I'm up here, you got a flute. Shout out to Andre 3000. So sometimes they go a little too far with the natural live band element. I'll be like, dog, I can't feel it. I want to hear boom, boom, boom. I want to hear back. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I do complain a lot at live shows. I'm like, you imagine hearing Dumb Girl from Run DMC and it goes, tack, 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 dumb. No, I want to hear boom, 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 boom. That's it. All right, y'all, we got a tremendous show today. Oh, man, we got Funk It Up Friday. God dang it. And it's going to be a lot of craziness in here. We got Jay-Z correcting the culture. We're going to go back to that one because we didn't finish it. We got First Things First. Oh, they up for an Emmy, and we're going to break down how that show even started. Chris Carter beefing with Nick Wright. We got that. We got Acho talking about Cam and Whitlock. Inserted himself. Pippen throwing shade at Jordan, and it's good. People supporting that. Okay. And CTE is fake. We got a crazy show today. So let's get into this show, shall we? How y'all doing out there today, though? It's Friday, so I know some of y'all sleep, so I don't know why I'm even talking. Y'all like, what? What Wiley talking about? The hell? Shoot. Some people saying, what the hell is Isaiah Thomas talking about?
And I said this to Kevin Durant, and I'm going to say this to all of you sitting on the panel. And I said to Kevin Durant, hey, if you would have played back in our era, and they put you in the triple post at that mid-post area, and they took Michael Jordan out, and you played with Pippen, and you played with Kukoc, and you got to run into the mid-post, shit. Would he have won 6 championships? Absolutely. With Rodman and Pippen and Kukoc and BJ and Craig Hodges and all them around him, and he get the post up in the mid-range, and that ball is, targeted to him every night, and he's getting up 25, 30 attempts. Yeah, he can do the same thing.
All right, as right as he may be, is as wrong as he is. And boy, Isaiah Thomas is my dog. I was just on the phone with him a few weeks ago. That's the homie. Respect Isaiah Thomas. But that don't mean we agree on everything, and we don't agree on this one, even though Kevin Durant is my favorite basketball player ever. When I shoot baskets, last night, in the backyard with my brother-in-law, he over there getting wet. He talking about, man, look at me. I mean, he was actually shooting pretty well. Not 17 threes like Stephen A. Smith, but he was shooting pretty well. I was like, God dang. And then he gave me the ball, and I went like this from half court. No lie, I went like this. Durant, because that's what I do. People say Kobe, respect. Rest in peace to the great. I said Durant. I've always said Durant. Durant, wet. Oh, now, we can't do this experiment. This thought experiment is cool to have maybe in the barbershop when nobody camera phone is on. Don't FaceTime this. Don't you dare. Just to go on real platforms and say, would he have done this? I mean, it's his opinion, but it can never be fact. So it's like, how do you know you win all 6? It's not just because you're better. And Isaiah Thomas knows this better than me. In sports, it's not how good you are. Kevin Durant is good enough to win 6 rings in the right situation, right? Obviously, Michael Jordan is because Michael Jordan did. It's not how good you are. It's how well you play. And in this situation, it's not how good Kevin Durant is. It's how well he would have played with the others, right? We don't know how that would have integrated. We just know that, Kevin Durant could do what Michael Jordan was doing in the post. But then, are they going to play off of Kevin Durant the same way they play off Michael Jordan? First of all, Kevin Durant is going to get more rebounds than Michael Jordan. All right? Michael Jordan's going to play better perimeter defense. Kevin Durant does play great defense, but it's, they ain't giving him no credit until he went to Golden State. But he plays great defense when he wants to and when they actually acknowledge it. But then it's going to be a whole different complexion. Steals, Kevin Durant ain't going to get the same amount of steals. Like, everything else changes, but we just focus in on the skill and ball and bucket. I think that's robbing the whole situation of what it really is.
The most amazing thing about Kevin Durant is, go back and, ask one of your research guys to pull a list data. How many shot attempts does Durant have compared to the shot attempts that Jordan had?
Okay, we really doing this thought experiment. We really in the lab right now thinking of a master plan. Okay, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. I see y'all members out there. I see y'all in the chat. You know I'm going to give y'all some love. We're going to act the fool today. However, man, you can't be replaced. There's only one Isaiah Thomas. There's only one Kevin Durant. And there's certainly only one of Michael Jordan. There's only one of me. Like there's only one of all of us. That's why I don't believe in groupthink. That's why I don't let nobody tell me what the hell I want to do and what I'm gonna do. And that's why I ain't got no loyalties and allegiances and alliances to you. No, ain't no. I love you, dog. That's why I rock with you. And you don't need nothing else. I ain't got to get jumped in. I ain't got to get beat up. I ain't got to put in no work. We ain't in no gang. I don't do none of that. You shouldn't either, but go ahead. If you're scared and you need a bunch of people with you so you can make sure you can feel good about what you're thinking, I don't need none of that. It's only one of me. You can't replace me. Somebody else say, oh, look, I know somebody else that could get up at 5 in the morning. I know somebody else that got a damn computer system and got all the technology to go. I know somebody else that is big and used to play football. I know somebody else that got them jokes. I know somebody else that's, man, look, he ain't me. You can list everything he can do that I can do. He ain't gonna do it like I do it. You know how grandma said, here's the recipe, baby. It ain't gonna taste the same. It ain't gonna taste the same.
To break the record.
We got to get a research crew, first of all. That's going to be our number one thing. We're going to take
one of the most.
Michelle is hilarious. I worked with her, obviously. Shout out to Beto on Sports Nation. That was her way of saying, we got to fact check this because our opinions are different. Like, ain't nobody going to agree with you right now in this moment. Let's go.
Efficient scorers like to ever play this game. So I can understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think he's taking like over 16, 17 shots a night. Very rarely you see Kevin Durant like taking 30 shots. You know, he gives it to you, you know, on 17, 18 shots.
Hey, man, look. Hey, Isaiah. That hate run deep, huh? You really don't like Michael Jordan. Now, I understand why. I just saw it, too, in some documentary. It wasn't The Last Dance. It was Isaiah had beaten Jordan 2 or 3 times in a row in the playoffs, and then Jordan beat them. And then them boys just walked off the court before the game was over, didn't even shake their hands. And Jordan said, well, really? That's what we doing? You ain't going to give us our props after we gave you y'all props? We shook y'all hands every time y'all beat us. Okay. And then that was the Olympic year or something. And then the Olympic committee called him up. It's like, Jordan, are you in? He's like, of course I'm in. You already know I'm in. Sometimes I dream that he is me. And he starts singing this song, Gatorade spilling. Jordan's falling off him. And he's like, yeah, I'm good. Except one thing. There's just one thing I just need to make sure I can take this trip to the Olympics, because you know that is my off time. And last time I checked, I like to retire. I like to take breaks. If you don't understand this, I'll take a baseball break quick. I just say I'm tired of playing the sport right now. I need to mentally charge. You imagine if LeBron did that? Jordan literally told me I'm mentally charged. You imagine if they had Twitter back then and Jordan said, retire. Why? I want to play baseball. I want to go over there. Man, they'll lit his ass up. If they over here trying to light up a little Mighty Mouse because he can play baseball too, the little Arizona quarterback that's in Minnesota, now they light Jordan up. Anyway, he's like, there's one thing I need. And, you know, he talking to, Jimbo on it. Hey, this Jimbo, you know what I'm saying, U.S. Olympic Committee. How you doing there, Jordan? Boy, I ain't even got to tell you how good you play that basketball. I ain't got to tell you. I'm just going to tell you one thing, though. We need you, brother. No. I ain't even going to say it like that because, you know, this is my first time talking to you. I ain't even going to say we need you, brother. I'm going to say we need you, baby. You know, when I said baby, you know I mean it. It's from the heart. It's from the heart. Now, are you coming? And he's like, oh, of course, except there's one thing I need. Isaiah Thomas can't be on the team. It's either him or me. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute, Jordan. You know that was my next call. Come on, man. I got my shooting guard. I need my point guard. Come on now, Jordan. We trying to beat everybody. It's all these countries out here now, man. They done built up their weapons. They done built their defense and the military. Come on, Michael. Come on. You know that Isaiah, boy, that little engine can, that little engine that could. He said, I'm not playing. Him or me. Woo! God dang. So beef is real, right? Beef is real. I see it. He like Whitlock and Stephen A. Like Whitlock be like, do you know what he did in the 4th grade? And shout out to Jason Whitlock. I did an interview with him about this whole week of Cam Newton and Acho and Ryan Clark and Stephen A., Shannon Sharp. You know, we did it. We went there. It was about an hour and a half. I don't know how long he gonna let it go. It's coming out, I think today. We went there. You know us. First of all, Whitlock is the king of, I'll say, awkward communication. So if everybody's sitting around here, oh, perfect. This is perfect. Okay, so Isaiah Thomas just says Kevin Durant could do what Michael Jordan did and get 6 rings. That face doesn't look like, no, sorry. That face doesn't look like I believe you. Or I want to be disrespectful and just say no. So you're Isaiah Thomas, you're better than me, and I'm Lou Williams. I was a beast. At the same time, respect, OG. I ain't gonna argue. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say nothing. Boogie like, what? I'm trying to understand where you're coming from at the same time. Nope. God, I forget his name, and I hung out with him one time in Dallas. Yeah, I forget his name. But Big Dog, beat up in the comments. Let me know. I had some drinks at Diggable Planets. That's how it happened. And then Beto was like, we got to fact check, research, help us. Basically, nobody want to go there, okay? Nobody wants to go there right there in this moment. Whitlock is the king of seeing this 1, 2, 3, 4 and saying, you know what? I'm going to say what they thinking. They don't believe you, Isaiah. Nope. They think you dumb. They think you slow. They think you hate him so much that he's fogging your brain. That's what Whitlock would say. Real spit. Most people have been socialized to not say that exactly the same way. That's who Whitlock is. In other versions, I told him he puts on hot sauce. People think I like take up for him. I'm like, nah, I tell you what he is. He crazy, right? But everybody else here is not crazy, but they also are sitting on rocks. They ain't telling the real. They ain't telling the truth. They just sitting there like, how much more time? We got to hear this BS. That's the difference, okay? Simple as that. So, wow. I didn't think I would have that quick of a pool. That was fast. All right, so he says that, and let's hear some of the responses. Let's hear.
Isaiah Thomas floated a wild hypothetical about what would have happened if Kevin Durant, not Jordan, had been steering the ships for those iconic 1990s Chicago Bulls teams.
Chandler Parsons, that's him. That's right. Ooh, I was in Dallas. He played for Dallas too, right? And I was in Dallas when he was in Dallas. Oh, Lord. First of all, there needs to be more investigation into women assaulting men. And I'm not talking about like physical. I'm talking about like flirting and not getting what they want and then be mad. I saw so many waitresses and stuff just flirting, and he wasn't paying them no mind. And they would get mad. I was like, what are you going to do, sue him now? Like, leave him alone. I hate that. And you ever been to a corporate event and the lady is the CEO or executive VP or something big time? Boy, you know you heard about like Harvey Weinstein and all them crazy stuff and like that? Dog, when a woman got that power too, she be grabbing your booty, be like, what? You know how many times I got my booty grabbed by some executive ladies? And they just be like, with them fat ass heels they wear from church. Oh, because you know if you're powerful, you can't have skinny heels. If you're going to be powerful, tell your daughter wear fat heels. That's how she's going to climb up the ladder. She got skinny heels, she going to be climbing up the pole. Either skinny heels climbs up the pole or the fat heels climbs up the corporate ladder.
I said Kevin Durant, if you would have played back in our era, you would have put it in your triple post and mid post area, and they would have took Michael Jordan out. You would have played Pippen. You'd have played with Kukoc. He would have had 6 championships. Absolutely. With all them around him, he gets to post up in the mid range. Yeah, I think he could do the same thing.
Hold on, he's saying if Jordan wasn't on the team and it was KD.
He said if you replace Jordan with KD, they still win 6 championships.
Hey, I have a question, Joe. And before you even answer, Joe. Hey, can somebody please explain to me what's the issue with Isaiah Thomas and why he's always jabbing at Jordan and Jordan never respond, but every few months
Jordan ain't gonna never respond.
He always comes back at Jordan with something.
I think Isaiah Thomas probably one of the only cats who got a winning record against Michael Jordan. Okay, Ocho.
It goes back to the dream
team.
It
goes him not being on.
Oh no, we're gonna leave right there. That's a better angle. Man, I gotta give Isaiah more props. Blah, blah, blah. Isaiah, like, dog, you the GOAT? Good. You are. Your career is greater than mine. GOAT, greatest, greater. Okay, you got me. But ain't it crazy when somebody is known as greater than you, but you better than them? Better in the sense of when I saw you, dog, you wasn't doing all that greatness. Where was that greatness when we were playing? Where was it? Detroit was putting it on them Bulls. So, that's the importance of having somebody who did it. I needed a basketball player to go one more layer with that. That makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying to find the pool. I got an example in my life where somebody was way better and fresher than me, but not against me. I think it's all right. So like Lincoln Kennedy, he was a tremendous offensive tackle, but he was not a Hall of Famer, but he was tremendous. Orlando Pace and all them. When I would get a sack or something, that's like me. Lincoln Kennedy and I would always get a sack, it felt like. At the same time, he was a beast. So when everybody talking about how good he is, I'm like, okay. And he was insane. Like, look, one sack and he blocked me 80 times a game. I think he won the battle. But I got that sack. So I feel exactly what he's talking about. Like, you ain't going to tell me. That's how girls act, too, when you're in high school and they were like, oh, that little dusty old Marcellus. He ain't Marcellus, please. African booty scratcher move, man. And then you get paid, you get drafted or whatever, and all of a sudden they be like, I got a homegirl like that. She still think that like we should be together. I was like, why? When I liked you, you didn't like me. She was like, yeah, but you was just moving too fast. No, I wasn't moving fast enough because I couldn't get your ass. I couldn't catch you. They be trying to act like you forever they baby. You forever underneath them because they didn't take advantage fully of it. That's what it is. Isaiah like, look, dude, you can be everything to the world, but to me, you just another L, just another loss. Oh, that's some good stuff. Beat up in the comments. Let me give y'all some love, man. I know y'all up in here today. Where my members at? Kenton Powell's in the building. Look at Joe's face. What's wrong with Joe's face, Kenton Powell? He look high. He look zooted. I don't think Joe does anything. I think he does yoga. I don't know. Ben C says, what's cracker like a maggot? Thomas just hates Jordan and everyone knows. Yeah, I mean, hate is strong, man. Hating somebody. No, you know what? Also, you can't tug at the emperor's clothes and robe. Like, we living in that world too, right? Where some people just, oh, you hating. Why am I hating? I don't think he's perfect. Like, if you point out someone who is successful's imperfections, you're a hater. How? He's imperfect. I'm just telling you it. But no one else does it because everyone else sits around the round table like, shh, don't say nothing against him. He's the man, right? So if you're the one that says something that's honest and truthful about the man, all some people are like, you hating. Because y'all, fuck that. I got to curse on that one. No, I don't do this. Y'all got to kiss his butt. So everybody like, oh, no, you got to show love to him. You can't point out his imperfections? Shoot, that's crazy. That's at the core of Jason Whitlock and Cam Newton, which we're going to talk about. That's at the core of it. Oh, how dare you talk about Stephen A. Smith? And Jason like, cuz he did this, and this, or didn't do this. And Cam like, it's my show. I talk about whoever I want to. I put whoever I want on my show. That's at the core of it. We're going to get into that a little bit later, though. Right now, I want to get into this Emmy-nominated First Things First. Because if y'all remember this show from how it started, it was gang-related.
Get a phone call that Chris and Fox have parted ways. And it's been 8 years. It's something I've never really talked about, but call it irreconcilable differences. And I show up to work the next day. I think the first day was Halloween 2018. And they're like, well, listen, Chris Canty has been a great guest of ours. He's going to do a lot of stuff. Greg Jennings will still come in. Coach Mangini, Greg and Coach were there from day one. Those guys will, still be a part of the rotation, and we will just kind of do, a rotating co-host while we figure out, who's going to be full-time, what's what.
They always do that. They always do. Not every single time, but that's the go-to. All right, we like you. We know Nick Wright. We trying to build you up. Like from day one, we trying to build you up. We trying to get you there. Like they did, real spit. Colin Coward early identifier of Nick Wright's talent, we're going to rock together. So once you got big bro like Colin Cowers vouching for you, oh, you're going to be good. So then they going at it. Him and Chris were going at it. And then they're like, all right, we're going to love you. And then we're going to fall in love with somebody else as we rotate them in and out. So y'all remember that time.
And that went from the rotating co-host thing from October of 2018 to we are now in February of 2020. And there is still not a full-time co-host. And while that was, you know, to be obviously not the best thing for the stability of the show, and Chris Canty did an awesome job because he was there more than anybody. We also, during the NBA, Chris Broussard started being a part of it. It's how I really got to know Broussard. And while it wasn't, that lack of stability wasn't what was, you know, really best, I think, for the show's growth, it certainly allowed me to put my stamp on it.
Yeah, because Chris was gone. Wasn't no stamping nothing when Chris was there. Chris was territorial with his talk. If y'all know Chris Carter, y'all seen this stuff. First of all, Chris Carter podcast is one of the best podcasts out there. If y'all really want to hear pure dope, like cocaina, uncut, you know what I'm saying? Bolivia, you got to listen to Chris Carter's podcast. It is sick. That said, on that show, he treated that show like it was his podcast. What you say? Nick Wright had no room to breathe.
And for, you know, almost by default, a show that was never supposed to be my show became my show. And then in January, February of 2020, Kevin Wildes, who was, you know, in the running, and he himself bowed out of being on the show when it launched, had decided he did want to do it, and they brought KW in. And then, of course, when I say February of 2020, we are approaching COVID. But right before COVID was the 2019 Super Bowl, which was in January of 2020. Or February of 2020. KW is now, you know, getting ready to be, or is already a part of the show.
Hurry up! Speed this up!
And
dang it.
The Sunday night of Super Bowl week, when we are about to do a 3-hour live show in basically the middle of the night, from wherever that Super Bowl was. It was Miami, I think, so it wasn't really the middle of the night.
Ooh.
But it's
this is going to be a part 2. I can smell it already.
6:30 in the morning. We find out that Kobe Bryant's helicopter's crashed.
Oh, wow. Whoa, we're going to stop right there. God dang. Boy, I thought he was going to talk about Chris Carter slapping you up inside your head with that tongue of his. Shut up. I want to hear more of that. I want to hear all these damn chronological dates. We'll get into that. Hey, y'all want some spicy chicken nuggets? I know you're going to get some right here. Emmanuel Acho, who I just saw 2 days ago. Shout out to Acho. Did I tell you I saw Acho? I was out at lunch, and then he was in lunch, and then he was like, what's up? I was like, Acho. I was like, where you go? He's skinnier. He looks good. Point is, ran into him. I ain't seen him since I saw him. I ain't seen him since we worked together. For real. No, maybe. No, I don't think so. CTE's real. So anyway, it's like that with Acho. Acho and Ryan Clark have inserted themselves into this conversation, and I got to respect them because everybody's talking about it, but they said, let's not just talk about it, let's be about it. They went into the conversation because now the people, the main culprits are talking about them. Jason Whitlock's talking about Acho, you know what I mean? Ryan Clark, Cam Newton talking about Ryan Clark. Not mad at it. You know what I don't like? A bump that I don't like. Ooh, that was like my last little era in the club. Don't like when everybody was doing that. Don't like. I was like, oh shit, a pump. I don't like that people are doing things that they're saying they don't like. That's what I don't like. Stop. Let go. You like content. Make it. You like to talk about things that are dramatic, drama. You want to talk about what's going on. People always want to act like, Shannon Sharp just did this. He was like, man, we don't talk about other people. We don't gossip. You a damn lie. I just saw a clip where you were talking about this whole situation, what was going on with Stephen A. And I'm like, that ain't about a game. Stephen A ain't never played no damn basketball in the NBA. So anytime you bring up Stephen A, you talking about a person. You ain't talking about no player. I'm like, this stuff, man. Like, I just don't like when people say, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. We don't do that. And then as soon as they do that, and you be like, oh, okay, yeah, they don't. And you turn your head, they do it. I just be like, whatever. All right, Alter, what you about to do? Talk to us, man.
I understand what Cam's saying. Like, don't tell me who can come on my platform, and don't tell me how to use my platform. But, bruh, to me, the code is the code. And what is the code? The code is simple. If your best friend or your homeboy breaks up with a girl, I'm not going to try to get with her, at least not imminently. In the same breath, that same code is if...
We got to start over. There's no way that left your mouth. What the hell is he talking about? What grade are we in? Third or fourth? Like, what? Did y'all hear what he just said? Let's do this again. Come on, let's do this right.
I understand what Cam's saying. Like, don't tell me who can come on my platform, and don't tell me how to use my platform. But, bruh, to me...
How you say but? That's it. It's his house. It's like... All right, I understand what you're saying, Marcellus. You try to tell me who can and can't come in your house. I understand it's your house, but what? As they say where I'm from, Negro, please. Well, what? There's a but statement after I say who can come in my house and who can't?
The code is the code, and what is the code? The code is...
You know the code to my house? My alarm code? You know what my alarm code is? What I know. Those digits I know. You don't know. So how you gonna put it in the code? Come on.
Simple. If your best friend or your homeboy breaks up with a girl, I'm not gonna try to get with her, at least not imminently.
What?
In the same breath, that same code is if you rock with a dude in Stephen A. Smith, I'm not gonna go talk to his very known and public op who has publicly slandered his name in an egregious and offensive manner. I'm just not gonna do that.
Okay, tell me why. It sounds great. That's one of those sentences that lands. I get it. Everyone says that. Everyone knows that. Okay, don't mess with the op. Don't mess with the op. Like what are we in some like drug wars? Your ops. What are we, counterintelligence? Like this is another dude who got a different opinion. Y'all do the same thing. No, that's an op. Okay, I say it too now because I think it's cooler than saying enemy. I think op is better. But the point is, what the fuck? I can't go talk to him? He can't come to my house? You know, back in my day, man, when we had a little issue in the streets, you know what we do, man? We'd tell him to come here, man. Let's talk it out. What the fuck? We can't talk it out. First of all, I don't like talking it out. I don't. I like talking about it. I'm very different than people. People got beef with me. I'm like, all right, talk about it. No. Call me up. I ain't calling you. I ain't never called you. This ain't gonna be the first time. I don't even like talking on the phone, let alone talking to you who I got beef with. No, talk about it. No, we can sit down like men. Men don't sit down. Men get up. Men don't sit down. You know how many times I've seen beef? You know how many times I've seen enemies, ops, get together and sit down and settle it like men? Where I'm from, maybe it's PTSD. When they sat down and said, hey, homie, hey, cuz, let's go talk this out. All right, blood, let's talk this out. You know what I saw next? Back. Can't we go somewhere we can get along? Shut up, bitch. All that's what I saw. Okay? First of all, this ain't beef. Y'all talking about the Lakers. Y'all some soft ass people. Oh, I got a problem with you. Why? Because you said this about LeBron. Man, I ain't fighting for no LeBron like that. Continue.
Furthermore, where I have to push what and challenge what Cam said. Cam, you said I was very interested in Jason Whitlock's takes. It wasn't about Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith. What takes were you interested in, Cam? Reason I'm asking you this, Cam, is because the only take from that conversation that has gone viral, the only one, is the Whitlock take about Stephen A. Smith.
That's a lie. That's the only one you want to watch and talk about. That's a lie. That conversation, the one with Cam and Jason Whitlock, I know the one about the hat went viral. Why are you talking about my clothes and stuff went viral? The whole interview should have went viral. I think it did. The interview was insane. You got two dudes who ain't going to get off of their porch, but at the same time, hey, I come through. I disrespect you before you thought? Nah. Now, I went from disrespecting you from afar to respectfully disagreeing with you up close. You know, I love that. I love that because I knew Cam had it in him. And it's interesting. I don't want to tell you what Jason Whitlock and I talked about, but we just talked about this. I knew Cam's my favorite media personality right now. So I knew Cam had it in him to do exactly what he did with Jason Whitlock, right? I believe in Cam like that. Jason was a little surprised. He was like, damn, Cam really was a G with it. Like a grown man. G like that, not gangster. Grown. I was like, yeah. I watch Cam a lot. Not everybody's like that though. Right? If you had a beef with Acho, you know what it would sound like if you sat in his studio. Acho's go-to, this is out of respect, is he gonna out-talk you, he gonna, try to out-logic you, he's gonna try and beat you up with his words, right? Think about it. When Cam Newton and you knew you're going to have a beef, you know he's going to either be dismissive or he's just going to be like, dog, I got you. I'm better than you at this stuff, right? You can see it. There's others that you like, I don't know. I bring it up. Ryan Clark, to me, doesn't seem like somebody I fully understand what he would do if he was pressed. I don't. Because one, I've seen him make threats before to people. Like, let's catch a fade. Like, Acho ain't catching no fade, and he got muscles, right? Cam Newton ain't catching the fade, even though he got attacked by 6 dudes before and whooped their ass, and his hat didn't even come off. He ain't catching a fade. Ryan Clark is, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point. So when you talk about this interview, one, we knew the borders, but 2, we didn't know what was going to go on between those borders. But a lot went on, and a lot went viral.
I don't know if you asked him anything about sports. I don't know if he answered. We ain't hear about it. I don't know if you asked him anything about LeBron versus Jordan. I don't know if he answered. We ain't hear about it. I don't know if you asked him who had the best NFL offseason thus far. We ain't answer. I don't know if...
Don't do that. See, Acho's making this the interview he wanted. And he didn't even want this. No one would have watched Whitlock versus fucking Cam talk about Jordan or LeBron. Who cares? That's why this show is successful. Because I was the one, and Acho just told me this when I saw him 2 days ago, so I'm not even talking out of turn. I was the one that realized, hey, dog, let's talk sports, but let's also talk to people that talk sports. Why? Because they think they ballers too. They think they stars too. They are messing with people's brains. They out there talking that talk and lying, got bias, got alliances. I've told you, I know the tricks. You know this agent who's calling you up to make sure you take care of his client so I can give you some more information, or I give you access to our events and parties, and then this big time client could be your homie, and then guess what? You going on the air and you over here killing his op. You want to know why nobody talks about me? 1, I'm a really good guy. I'm a nice guy. 2, I know all this shit. And I haven't told it all. And I never will, because I don't care about like destroying their legacies and destroying their careers or just making people question them. I don't care about that. I care about the information. I care about it. I don't care about you. You see? But they care about them. That's why they dish it out and can't take it back. You see? Oh, this thing is gangster. And I knew it. I predicted it. I told you. People are like, what you over there doing? Why you don't talk about sports? I do talk about sports. Don't you watch? But I talk about those who talk about sports too.
You asked him, who's a better coach right now? Sean McVay, Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, Nick Sirianni? We don't know. The only take that cut through the timeline that Cam, your brilliant social media team really pushed and caught traction of was Whitlock on Stephen A. Smith.
That is just so... We are in a different space. Hey, I take it. Come on now. You know I can take it. I got on my mud suit. At the same time, them dudes they did a 40-minute interview. I don't know how long it was. It was great. And you're saying the only thing that cut through? No, everything gets ranked. Number 1, yeah. Stephen A. Smith. Because as much as Cam and Whitlock got a beef, Stephen A. Smith and Whitlock got a beef. But Cam didn't start with damn Stephen A. He went through his beef. What's your problem, Jason? What's our problem, Jason? What's wrong with you, Jason? Why does everyone hate you, Jason? You didn't see that viral clip? Why does everybody hate you, Jason? See, you probably didn't watch the interview. Now I'm about to talk. You probably just watched the clips. And the only clip you got is what they fed you. You algorithm monster. You got algorithmized. God dang it. Don't blame us. Blame your lazy ass, Acho.
So you can't, Cam, knowingly, as brilliant as you are, and Cam, you my favorite in the game and you was my favorite playing. So as brilliant as you are, Cam, you can't now come and say, it wasn't about Whitlock and Stephen A. I wanted to hear Whitlock's takes. Takes on what? It was exclusively, at least publicly, to our perception, about Whitlock and Stephen A.
Don't let him do that to y'all. It was about his takes. I got to do that again. Ooh, this is a wordsmith. I work with Acho. Let me see this again.
It was exclusively, at least publicly, to our perception.
It's an interview, Acho. What do you mean? Privately, they talked about the takes? Like, this is, watch Acho.
About Whitlock and Stephen A. So to me, I side with Ryan on this because I do think there's a level of code and a level of respect between brothers that work with each other, work for each other, support each other.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh. If y'all aren't sitting down, sit down. If you standing up, duck. This is sad. I want to hear it one more time. I'm in that mood today. I'm in that academics mood.
There's a level of code and a level of respect between brothers that work with each other, work for each other, support each other.
One more time.
So to me, I side with Ryan on this because I do think there's a level of code and a level of respect between brothers that work with each other, work for each other, support each other.
Wow. Okay, he brought it up. Remember I told you, I will always protect the guilty. I will. I literally changed the image. I changed the thumbnail while we were listening to Acho. Multitasking over here. I'm a beast. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see what y'all talking about in these comments before I light somebody's ass up right now, and I'm about to. Okay, I reloaded. I'm on a new level of honesty. First of all, none of us are fully honest, including me. No one knows 100% of what I've done. Okay, I think everyone has 5 lowlights in their life no one knows, unless somebody else was involved. But you ain't told nobody. I ain't told nobody, right? At least 5 things. Okay, be real. Max Kellerman and I used to always have this conversation. Dog, tell me your lowlights. No. Right? You know what it was. Mm-hmm. That office building, mm-hmm, by yourself. Mm-hmm. Why you do? Ooh, nobody saw it. Okay, anyway. So, code in the way that he used it. Okay, let's use code in this connotation. Remember I told you about them agents and how they all connect people? And then they connect you with their client information, and all you get is like some love at the cocktail party, the Super Bowl party. These cats be working and talking and pandering just so they could be cool at the party. I'm not lying to y'all. It's real spit. So when they see you at the flag football tournament, they can feel cool. Real spit. They act like none of their stuff stink, and every athlete's stuff stinks when they're playing. Because, hey, we're going to mix and mingle at the ESPYs. Real spit. I'm talking game right now. So, if you don't know this, there's an alliance that just happened right now, and y'all probably didn't even catch it. Acho and Ryan Clark. So, one of the reasons why all this Ryan Clark versus Marcellus Wiley, who's that, me? Oh, Ryan Clark versus me conversation started when I worked with Acho. Why did it start when I worked with Acho? Because I've been saying the same stuff from way back. Let's start here. I think it started with the first time people started questioning me and my blackness was Colin Kaepernick. That's what it felt like. It could have been earlier, but that was it. And everybody lazily thinks it's because I work with Jason Whitlock. Oh, Marcellus a sellout, because why? He worked with Whitlock. And Whitlock a sellout. So, 1 + 1 is 2, right? 2 sellouts. And I was like, y'all lazy. That's why it doesn't get to me, because it doesn't make sense. If it made sense or a hit dog or holler, I'd be like, yo, they got me, dog. I'm going to sell out. But the reason it doesn't, and I keep doubling down, tripling down, it's not even doubling down. I'm just telling you what I feel. I thought Colin Kaepernick was a fraud. Because 1, I knew Colin Kaepernick in real life. Did you? 2, I saw the switch and the flip, and I know all the details of how he flipped it and switched it. In the locker room, with the lady, with his teammate, and with his advisor. I talked to, leave me alone, y'all. I'm different. Anyway, so I'm doing all this, and then I'm like, what? You trying to protest? It took me back to college, where everybody who had an identity issue in high school got to college, and now they want to have hunger strikes. I'm like, dog, what are you doing? He's like, man, I'm on a hunger strike. I was like, good for you, respect. He said, you gonna sit here with me? I said, yeah, after I go get something to eat. Shit, I'm trying to go to the league, boy. Can't get skinny out here for you and your protests. Anyway, I'm not saying what Colin Kaepernick stood for was a bad thing, but he didn't stand. He took a knee. Ooh, catch that, pun intended. This ain't about Kaepernick, but that was the first time. Guess when I started talking about Kaepernick, though? This is why I knew people was off. Guess when I started talking about him? When I was on Sports Nation, when I was at ESPN. But you know what I didn't have? I didn't have Fox, which everybody was like, ooh, conservative, ooh, sell out, which they're not even connected. Where I worked at Fox and Rupert Murdoch, I never in my life seen Rupert Murdoch or none of the Murdochs. They don't even connect. They not the same. But whatever. I said what I said about Colin Kaepernick with Kerry Champion. I said what I said about Colin Kaepernick with Michelle Beadle. But it was on Sports Nation where we have water skiing squirrels. So nobody cared. I'm going to get back to this code and alliance. Acho, I'll be back. So I'm doing that. Nobody, it's Marcellus is one of the few that doesn't think that Colin Kaepernick is. Listen to me. You'll understand where I'm coming from. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you. I predicted that I was like, look, he ain't going all the way with this. Oh, yes, he is. He going to hold their foot to the fire. Hold their feet to the fire. I was like, okay. Settlement. Where the feet at? They ain't hot. He going to do the workout, and they blackballing him. Nah, he going to find a way to hijack this. Because it wasn't about that. And I've seen Kaepernick a couple times in real life. I'll tell you that in a whole different conversation. Recently, too. Anyway, and we talked. Real short, but we talked. Codes and alliances. So I get with Jason Whitlock, I say the same exact thing that I said with Michelle Beadle. I said the same thing what I said with Kerry Champion. All of a sudden, it's looked at and received differently because I'm with Jason Whitlock. They already got their minds made up on Whitlock, and because of the law of association, guess what? I am what he is. Now, y'all ready for this? Y'all didn't even catch that code switch right there. Ryan Clark start coming at me because of Acho. Why did he come at me and know me because of Acho? You ever heard of David Mulugeta? So David Mulugeta is a super agent, right? And whether these guys are clients or they just want to be in the good graces of David Mulugeta, they look out. And he got his whole alliance of people. Jalen Ramsey, I remember, was like mad at me. All these cats, I was like, where are these cats coming from all of a sudden? And I'm not, this ain't on David. I'm just saying people kiss butt. People get linked. We on code. Hey, you down with David? Me too. You a client? Oh, I'm not, but I like him. Next thing I know, I got to deal with all these little gremlins that come from David Mulugeta's camp. I'm on the phone with David Mulugeta a few times. Just ironing out things. Because I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he like, yo, what's going on? And then I started learning all his clients and stuff. And that's one of the friendships. And it's been tumultuous too. They've been at it and they also rock with each other. Acho and Ryan Clark. Why I bring that up? Because logically, what Acho just said didn't make any sense. And Acho's too smart. Acho's a smart dude. But because of code, I'm going to overlook logic and let my emotions, let my connections, let my aspirations talk for me. And y'all thinking y'all getting pure dope. Yeah, Acho real. He looking out for the homie. And that's a misdemeanor one. This one's a misdemeanor. There are felonies out there. There are felonies where they just be talking to you, just be like, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. So what side are people on? I literally, no lie, can get a 90% grade on any issue, not because of the issue, not because of how logically it may be presented. I can tell you 90% who's on what side just based on the code of that issue. And to me, that means it's a lot of dummies out here. Dummies who are just going blindly to one side because I'm a Crip, I'm a Blood, I'm a conservative, I'm a liberal. Who said it? A conservative? Yeah, I agree. Who said it? Liberal? I agree. Who said it? Ryan Clark? Yeah, that's my side. Who said it? Jason Whitlock? Oh, that's my side. And that's why I love you, Cam Newton. Because you said, boom, funk your sides. Funk your sides. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, because Stephen A. Smith, ooh, somebody coming at you, NBA player. And you got a little beef. Let's talk through this real quick. Let's get through this. Oh, y'all happy I'm on early? Yeah. Well, people just learning this now. I see George D. 559. People like, yo, I'm starting to peep game. Somebody just wrote me, said, yo, it is so good to see that the narrative era is starting to fade away and the accountability era is coming. And that's a good way of terming it. I think with more independent media, more people just like doing this at home intimately, it's hard to just be in alliance on code and lie. Like, there's too much content, too much time, too much intimacy right here between y'all. Like, we can't. How long y'all gonna fake it? How many times you gonna think I gotta look out for him? I gotta do this. I gotta say, just be you. That's simple as that. So that's where we are right now. Let's say our fans, our top 5. Let's get our first top 5 in there. After you like this video, right now, like this video. Y'all doing a good job of liking it. I'm glad. I need y'all to do something. Y'all lazy as hell. Y'all just watch me. Man, this shit, shut up, Wiley. Like, come on. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. Restream Bot is number 5. Brooklyn Shogun, that's my dog, number 4. Money Boy is 3. Darian the Jedi Knight 2. And King Juju, number 1. All right. Hey, why Josh Hart and Stephen A. Smith beefing? God dang.
So him coming at me, fine. I just love how people ignore the resume. Let me say this about myself.
Ooh.
So I spent 20 years covering the NBA, and I'm on the road and in locker rooms for over 100 games a year. Damn.
Okay, look, I can hear Whitlock right now. You're lying. He said, I spent 20 years. Okay, I understand that you still may be on the road a little bit now, but it doesn't seem like you are doing the same thing you used to do. Okay, so you spent that time. That time is already passed. These players are different. These are the team. The guy you used to talk to, Iverson, he ain't there no more. So whatever. Why should they respect what you used to do, what you ain't doing right now, because you're doing something different? People don't have to just respect the resume. They like, look, I'm going to read your resume. It says used to. Okay? So you can't come up to me talking about what you used to, what you up to now. Let's start.
120 games a year when you take into account the playoffs and the multitude of locker rooms that I have to go into. And because my success on television has me in studio.
Yeah.
And I'm not there at the games the way that I used to be.
Okay, now we talking.
And as a result, I'm not going to know the players the way that I used to know the players.
Told you I'm not a hater, y'all. I just tell the truth too early. I beat them by 10 seconds.
I don't know shit. Really? Well, what about 99% of the sports commentators and pundits on television and radio and on newspapers and .com sites and podcasts all over the country, if not the world? Do they have to know you? What did I say about the New York Knicks that requires me to know anybody? First of all, you don't know who I know. Secondly, you don't know who talks to me. Thirdly, you don't even know how close I am to the people that cut your checks, Josh Hart.
I can hear my wife right now saying, "What are you threatening me?" You ever catch that? You be like, man, don't do that or else, baby. You threatening me? Not what? Yes, there are consequences to your action, and these are not positive consequences. So yes, that's a threat. I hate when people get mad that you threatening them. Yeah, if you do that, guess what's gonna happen? I played a game that was based on threats. Move that ball and see what happened to your ass. Told you not to move the ball. Run over here in the C gap, see what happened to your ass. Like people get mad at you threatening them. Look, if you do this, I will do either A or B. You choose. Oh, since you don't like B because it's negative, it's a threat. Well, what is A then? I said you got a choice. Do that. Oh, you love me. I love you too. What's the opposite of a threat? Threat. Treat? You ain't mad at the treats. Why you mad at the threat? You had the choice.
You know, clearly you haven't done your homework. But that's neither here nor there. Because I like Josh Hart. I got news for you, Josh Hart. I like Mikal Bridges too.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of this because I know where that's going. I've heard these kind of takes before. Blah, blah, blah. Josh Hart. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, he said you're a part-time Knicks fan. He ain't trying to hear from you. I think that was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, not totally, but a little bit tongue-in-cheek, and more importantly, hey, big dog, like you just admitted you ain't here. And Stephen A. is like, I ain't got to be there. I'm everywhere. You don't know who I'm talking to and that. And when you hear that, if you're Josh Hart, you're like, dog, it don't matter who you talking to. Actions speak louder than words. If I'm balling, if we good, I don't care who you call. See, this is something that people use against you. They use it against you in some kind of proxy. They like, look, to keep you kind of like in fear of them or in control, they do this. Yeah, you know, I mean, your boss, you know what I'm saying? That's the homie. You should not be scared that somebody's cool with your boss. If you out there bossing, if you out there doing what you do, you think your boss is going to be like, oh, you don't like him? Really? He's my most productive worker. But I don't like him. Oh, okay. I think I should let him go. Your boss be like, oh, well, y'all must have had an issue. Anyway, pass the Great Poupon. Like, don't let people fear you and fool you into thinking that they got some control over you. That sounds like a control threat, baby. Like, Josh Hart, you don't know who. I know people that cut your check. Good for you. Good for you. I know people that also get ball and bucket, and they cutting the check for ball and bucket. And I can do that. I can do that very well. Yeah, so that's an interesting take right there from Stephen A. Smith. Once again, the threat, you know, and there's nothing more disgusting to me than this moment in sports media when Kevin Durant and Stephen A. Smith had their beef. That's all I'm going to say. Watch the Jason Whitlock interview I did with him today, and you'll understand what I'm talking about because it hit on exactly that. Well, let's change gears and get to a little football because NFL time. Mel Kiper and Shadur Sanders. What the hell? We got to talk through that. Field Yates worked himself into some great success. Congrats to Phil Yates. I remember him from day one. Let's talk about it as we see who's up in these comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also become a member. Have y'all done that? Just hit the damn like button. Let me see who our top fans are. It's the same as I just said before. Damn, y'all ain't got no action. Y'all ain't doing nothing. What they doing in Cleveland?
The Jets have to be figuring out Ty Simpson. The Steelers have to figure out Ty Simpson. And now certainly Arizona does. They want to try to trade back in and get him.
Yeah, the Browns, by the way, need to figure out Ty Simpson as well. They have
the Browns don't have to worry about Ty Simpson. They got a better quarterback than Ty Simpson and Shadur Sanders. Don't go there.
I believe the Browns need to figure out Ty Simpson.
Blah, blah, blah. Can't lie. I like Mel Kiper's conviction when it comes to Shadur Sanders. Can't lie. It doesn't seem authentic. Okay? It just doesn't. And this is not to call him a fake, a liar. It just seems like it's propped up. Because you trying to tell me a guy in his rookie year, you could blame coach. Go ahead. Okay, we still got to talk about him, though. He's still there. Stefanski's gone. You can blame the organization. Well, sorry, the organization's still here. Got the same GM, same owner. You could blame Dylan Gabriel for robbing him of some of the reps. Well, Dylan Gabriel's still there. Just being real. forget who it is. You trying to tell me that somebody put on film something that's in conversation as the worst statistical quarterback performances in that franchise's history? There are numbers. Forget I had said numbers, not words. There are numbers that said this dude was the worst. And we know they had Johnny Manziel there before. There are numbers. This doesn't mean he's dead. This doesn't mean he's DOA. This doesn't mean he ain't going to be great. This just means there are numbers that are worse than Dylan Gabriel's that Shadur has. And that's hard to do. That person ain't in question. Y'all not gonna do that to sports. I'm not gonna let y'all do that to sports. Nope, not over my dead mic. Over my dead mic. Y'all not doing that to sports. If that were my son, I'd be like, yeah, hey, bro, they talking about you and it ain't all good. Simple as that. Go get him. I actually had that conversation already with my son. He's 10. My 10-year-old son is, I'm gonna give you his pros and cons in basketball, which is his second sport, but now it's his favorite because no one plays football. Like you can't throw a pass to yourself. It's corny. It's like tickling yourself. But you can play basketball by yourself. You go in the backyard, all that. So he's playing a lot more basketball than football, even though football I think naturally he's better at. But he's learning basketball. He's closing the gap between his IQ. This dude got a first step like none other. He's the fastest kid with the ball every time. He's insane. He's Westbrook. Shoot. Iverson. Shoot. He's fast like that, for real. Here's the problem. He's also Westbrook, my homie. Shout out to Westbrook. He missed a lot of bunnies. He missed layups. I'm like, dog, how you miss all them layups? He learned to shoot finally, so he can shoot now. So once he puts it together, stop missing the layups, and he can shoot, and he a lefty, you can't close out on him. You close out on him, he gonna beat you with the first step. You close out on him, he's gone. You don't close out on him, he can actually shoot now. But it ain't all together yet. Here's the cons. Big dog, stay in it. Focus. Play everybody for who they are. He plays defense the same on one kid who can't dribble and one kid who's all-American. I'm like, you can't play them the same. That dude that can't dribble, attack his ass. Take the ball. That kid that can't dribble, respect, homie. What we about to do? Let's dance. My son out there just playing everybody the same. He's finally got out of that in the last 2 weeks. My point of saying all of that is this. Keep it real. I'm like, dog, I say, you doing amazing here. Here's a couple things that are challenging. You can't do that. You can't do nothing in this world. Keep it 1,000. If someone comes up to me and they say Shadur is perfect, or they don't want to hear I don't want to hear it. He was a rookie. I was a rookie. Everybody's a rookie. You get grace, but at the same time, don't use up all your grace space talking about I'm a rookie. Because if you do it again, you ain't no rookie. And if you don't do it again, okay. Now this is it. This is why this is important. I just nailed it. If you fail next year, if you rookie year suspect, you mess up sophomore slump next year. Now they think, oh man, we got a pattern here. We got a trend here. They even though I know it takes 3, they like, I don't know, dog. If he balls next year, catch this. Have you caught this yet? If he balls next year, guess what they're gonna say? Okay, the third year gonna be the rubber match, right? We're gonna see what he is. Is he a baller or is he not? Because that first year, see what I'm saying? He ain't gonna get full license. Even if he kills it. Jaden Daniels, first year, killed it. One of the best rookie years ever. Came back, sophomore slump. CJ Stroud, killed it first year. Second year, Now everybody doing this. 6, 7, right? Even if he balls next year, 6, 7. That's why I'm telling y'all, be real with that boy. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, my man, Shadur. Yeah, he's so young though. God dang. I got kids older than you. All right, let's go. All right, beat up in the comments. We're gonna get to a little harder, deeper issues. Yeah, let's talk it up. CTE is fake. Oh, we got to talk through that. I'm going to let y'all know the real. Y'all ain't hitting the like button enough. I don't even know how many likes we got, but I'm just telling you. I just know how y'all act. Hit the like button. Subscribe. And become a member. Let's get into this. CTE is fake? Cam Scatterboo. Ooh. I know he apologized, but still we got talking.
When I seen this on the rundown, I had to have, and I'm being dead serious, I had to seriously sit down and pray about what I was going to say on the show because my initial human feelings was to disrespect both of them. Because both of these topics are sensitive areas for me, and they hit home. But then I said, you know what, God, that's not me. I didn't want to react out of emotion because that's not me. I would have got outside of myself reacting out of emotion. Scatterboo, I'll say his name. I'm not going to say the other guy's name because I think sometimes we give people platforms and voices that ain't earned it, so I'm not even going to say his name.
Who is he talking about? Who's the other guy? I didn't even catch the other guy. I don't agree with that. I like saying names and numbers, but go ahead. I understand. I probably don't do it every single time either. That set looks sick, though. That's a good-looking set. Who is he talking about? Beat it up in the comments. I know Scatterboo, but who's the other dude? I said, who's the other dude?
But the things that were said, you got to be careful because mental health is nothing to joke about, and it's very serious. And when I say it's sensitive for me, I'm going to let Cody get more into the CTE, but I have teammates who passed away. I played with in Tampa. Vincent Jackson, one of them. He suffered from severe alcoholism, and when they tested him, he was a second degree or level of CTE, and that wasn't Vincent Jackson. This is the guy who was always with the military. You know, what's the military award that they give out every year to the NFL?
Pat Tillman.
Salute the Service? Salute the Service. He won the Salute the Service award. Yeah. You know, this is who Vincent Jackson, year after year, Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. This is who Vincent Jackson was. And then recently, they released a video of Doug Martin, his arrest video. Anybody who knows Doug knows that wasn't Doug. Doug was full of life, loved to have a good time, played video games, just loved playing football and having a good time, dancing, all that. That was Doug. That video, that wasn't Doug.
Okay, we're going to part two this one, too. I like part two in it. I hope y'all do, too. Blah, blah, blah. As I give some love to Brown B53, thanks for the super chat. He says, shout out to you, Wiley, and OG, speak for yourself. Oh, you going back. It was good to see black men talking sports and being successful back in the day. Can't watch it now. It's a clown show. Well, you can't watch it now also, Brown, because it's off. Ain't no show. There's no speak for yourself. There's no speak. It's gone. But I respect what you're saying, big dog. Appreciate it. And it's good to see black men. Why do people say that? Like, it's good to see black men talking sports. Like, are we still starved of black success? This is what matter of fact, thank you for saying this, because we're going to get right into that Jay-Z thing before we're done. This is exactly, I'm so glad you said this. Thank you for that super chat, and thank you for teeing me up. Because I don't really think that way. Oh, it's good to see them brothers over there talking. I look at it like it's good to see people talking. Now, I'm not trying to act like I don't see color. Yo, those are all black people talking. But I don't understand the connection because I don't think less of black people. I don't think, oh, wow, black people are talking? like this is so good. This is so refreshing to see black people talking. Like, I guess, but, you know, maybe I'm just being ignorant, right? Because if I did see a dunk contest, what if you saw the NBA dunk contest and a woman won it, or all women entered and they all were making, you're like, man, it's good to see these women banging. Pause. Dunking. Jeremy Lin Sanity. What if I saw that and then I saw them doing something defying stereotypes? I know what you're saying. It's like you feel the encouragement that comes from defying stereotypes. I get it. Because I do feel a little extra when I tell somebody, yeah, I'm a sociologist from an Ivy League. I do, because it's a stereotype that your big black football playing ass ain't do it. So I get it. But it's just weird that how it's just laced into us. Like, it's either we don't think we can or they don't think we can. What are we answering? Because I think we can. All of us. And I think we all cannot. And it's interesting, he said that wasn't Doug Martin in that video. I got a mindset and a philosophy that, because I know me. I know how I am right now in front of y'all. I know how y'all are in front of me. And I also know there's another part of you I don't see. Just like there's a part of me you don't see. You don't see me when I got to get strict with my itty bitties. Y'all see me when they come in here. I'm like, oh, because they're in here for 4 seconds. They're in here for 2 seconds. And I'm like, you don't see them when they go upstairs and their shoes are on every step of the way upstairs. And their underwear and their applesauce just fit. You don't see that. And I'm like, 5, 4, 3. Don't ever let me get to 1 because you ain't going to be the one. Don't make me the one. Don't make me the one. Right? So beat up in the comments. Let me know what you're saying. But you teed up this conversation. Check this out.
Pendants, right? Kind of like in the spirit of Prince. When you embody that, do you feel like you are kind of setting a mold or leading a charge for like what the successful black man is allowed to do? And like breaking these spaces, breaking these confines?
Yeah. I even want you to take that out of your vocabulary.
Take what?
Allowed. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to do anything. You know, in order for someone to allow you, they have to have authority over you. Mm-hmm. No one has authority over us. We exist like everyone else here. No one can allow us to do anything.
Man, that's so real. Think about what he just said. That is so simply profound. Because you can make it up in your mind, the opponents and the terrain that exists in your world. You can put as many hurdles in front of you, and you also could clear your own path. But it's about your thoughts. Like, we think way more than we do. Just be real. Your best friend is yourself, and your worst enemy is yourself, because you're just always talking to yourself. Your self-talk. One of the first things I did to help myself was actually read this book called Self-Talk. It was one of the first moments where I realized I'm turning inward. Everything else, to age like 16, it felt like I was doing it out there. Then you know, around puberty, puberty was tough, because I was like, yo, what the hell am I thinking about? What the hell am I up to? What the hell is this? Like, you know, that was the first time I started noticing myself. Before, I was just doing it. I was doing myself. I was just doing this. I was into things. I didn't even have to think about it that many times. But then it started to like add up a little bit. Teenage years, right? That's why it probably is a struggle, because that's the first time you're like balancing it. When you're a kid, you just itty bitty. You just, all right, let's go. No consequences. I start feeling consequences. Then I read this book called Self-Talk. Amazing. I was like, oh, I got to check. I got to be mindful of y'all, the God and devil in here. I got to be mindful of y'all. Y'all in there going at it, and God need to win. And God can win, but you got to let him win. You got to believe in him. Get it? Don't let me go too deep on religion and the holy books and all that. But basically, God's like, go ahead and do what you want to do. But if you believe in the good, it's going to happen. You don't, go over there. Now, that's fast. That's going to happen. It's easy to go get that fast money. It's easy to go get those things that ain't going to last. It's easy. And it's always going to be there. But you got to believe to do this. That you ain't got to even think about. Go ahead. For me, that was gangsters, drug dealers, all the craziness, right? Real spit. He just basically said, ain't nobody in your way but you. Best friend and worst enemy, you.
But that word comes from a real space. And I want to eliminate all those type of words for us.
Yeah.
Yes. So the answer to that is yes.
When you're on a mission to eliminate words like allow, like you said, do you feel like that makes you a target sometimes from?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whoever this little kid is, or he may be a young man, that was a good ass follow up. This boy's smart.
100%. What's the Nipsey thing? Pray for me, y'all. One day I'm gonna have to pay for these thoughts. Real niggas is extinct. It ain't safe for me, my dog. These are real fucking lyrics.
You've come back to that a lot in the last few years. Like the more I reveal me, the more they will kill me. Stuff like that. When you say they, like who is that?
Whatever the threat to, however the system is set up to keep things at status quo and keep us in a position of using words like allow. So anyone that's culpable in creating the system that we operate under, that's they.
Yeah.
They is that, and they are the ones, he said, protect the status quo. You know how you do that? By just going with the flow. Think about it. Yeah. Anytime you just go with the flow, you don't check the status quo, you're part of the day. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's just that simple. You just flow with the river. Mm-hmm. And then when you get there, you're like, yo, I didn't want to be here. Where are we? And you're like, we went with the flow. So that's how things are. People think it's all like this gigantic mastermind, and it's like, who are those powerful people? Remember I told you guys I had a conversation with my wife. She was talking about the 13 families and all this stuff. Look, there's power everywhere. There's economic power. We get it. There's money. But really, to move these things along, it can't be one person. It is a system. And guess who runs the system? We run the system, right? Like culture. Like everybody always gets lost in like this inanimate big thing, this entity. It's not. It's your ass contributing. You giving a penny a day. You know how rich you be if you saved a penny a day? You're just giving them a penny a day. Some of you giving them $1. You just going with the flow, whatever. I ain't tripping until you trip and fall. That's how it goes. So the system, just like in sports, the culture, just like in sports. Remember how the Jordan Bulls culture was in the late 80s, 90s? Is it that way now? Why? Because the people there ain't the same people. It's about the people. That's why I don't say, oh, it's about the power to the people. It's power to the person that makes up the people. I never go with that. And you can't go with that. Or are you going to go with the flow? It's so deep. It's so deep. But it's so simple. Challenge the status quo. Not by protesting and not eating. Challenge it by your behavior and actions. Do you. As much as you can do it.
That's day. And it actually goes beyond color.
Yeah.
Because I've encountered that a lot. Where it was just like, okay, this successful black man make it. Let me go to him.
Yeah.
And for help. And they're like, you don't fuck with no rap shit.
Oh, wow.
Not like out like that, but
yeah,
that's
the energy.
Like the energy. It's like you see the energy.
Yeah.
I
was thinking about.
Blah, blah, blah. I was thinking about what? Thinking about ending this show. Let me say this for real. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, beat up in the comments, and become a member. I'm going to say it like this. What he was saying at the end is like, yo, basically he's saying, I am now one of the people that can mentor many, the masses, especially young black people, right? He said, but when I was coming up and then, I'm looking at this guy who is this big time black person. He's like, it's beyond color. The guy is looking at you and he's like, okay, you came to me because I could see we're both black. And see, this guy gets called a sellout a lot of times because he didn't just give you a handout. He like, all right, you black, I'm black. Okay, I understand that experience, me too. All right, now talk. Oh, I ain't know no rap shit. Like, you're not gonna impress me because you are Jay-Z. You're gonna impress me because of your business acumen. You want me to invest $30 million? You think it's because 99 Problems is a great song? What are you gonna do to scale this idea? That ain't about color. Hello? See, and then this is what a trick, let me give you one trick of the system. One trick of the system, and the system is all the people believe in this. One trick of the system is, oh man, the people up there who got the opportunity and the power to help, they hating, or they don't get it, or they sellouts, or they forgot where they from. You hear all that, right? And the thing is, they didn't forget where they're from. They just know where they are. Say it again. They didn't forget where they're from. They just know where they are. And you're trying to get to where they are, and they're trying to tell you those coordinates won't work. You won't get here. You'll get somewhere, but you won't get here. So give me your phone. Let me put this in your Google Maps. What's this? What happened to you? You different. You tripping. You telling me I got to go do all this? I thought we were supposed to be brothers. This is called brotherly love. You got to do the work, brother. And that's why this whole country should be studied under more of class than race. But unfortunately, we have went so far down the race road for many reasons that it seemed like cats just lost. And he just like, give me your phone. Give me your phone. That's deep right there. Shout out to Jay-Z. Jay-Z used to, as you know, Jay-Z used to go to my school, but now he's moved on. His kids are older, and it's nice to see him all the time. We used to chop up wood. Good dude. All my encounters with him have been tremendous, real spit. But he is a superstar. Let me tell you. My little NFL career and all the little girls that thought I was cute. It's funny when you were out around with Jay-Z. Like walking around with Jay-Z, I was like, will y'all let us be? We just talking. Shut up. Everybody, hey. It's insane. It's insane. It's really insane. Like, whoo. And they got these, like, they security. You should see they security dudes. Like, you don't know. If you first see Jay-Z, you wouldn't know who his security is. He ain't walking around like Floyd. He ain't got like TMT. He ain't got them. Nah. He got nondescript like Krav Maga guys. What they Krav Maga? These dudes look like soccer dads. And then it's like, and he got that thing. It's crazy. Love to you guys, man. Let me listen to some of y'all words and these comments before I get up out of here, because y'all know it's 6:30. And around here about 6:30. Hey, come back about 6:30. What movie is that? Y'all know what it is. He said 2:30. Respect. Oh, somebody else bought another one. Dog, Kenton Powell, I don't know what you do. You must be a hedge fund manager. Kenton Powell is buying, every day he buys 5 Dat Dude gift memberships. I love this dude. But now, I'm trying to see who he gave them to. Oh, King Solomon got one. King Solomon, you ain't been a member. Oh, he been on here every day. Puerto Rico bought one. Well, got one, free ass. Israel is forever. Hood Tycoon. And Kyle Dayson. Respect to, y'all better show some love to Kenton Powell. Shout out to Kenton Powell. Then he from Maryland. Didn't he say he from Baltimore? Crab cake ass. Respect. Hey, man, it's spring break, y'all. So I got to figure this thing out because I'm going to have itty bitties everywhere. So I don't know when my next show may be. It may be tomorrow. It may be when itty bitty go back to school. But we going to connect. Check the channel out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Become a member. Y'all know I'm going to rock with y'all. Somehow, some way, I'm going to tell them itty bitty, shut up. Let me work. And they're going to be like, Daddy, no.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse. Time to hydrate.